I think 26 is the year where clarity and empathy are the key currency.
Khadija, welcome to Davos. Thank you for joining me today.
Thank you for having me, Judith.
Look, we've heard a lot at this Davos beyond all the political volatility, the uncertainty that's protracted, is also a year with a renewed focus on action, on practical impact. And looking ahead as the Chief People Officer of Merck, I was just curious to see what is on your agenda, on the people agenda, as you look ahead.
I mean, people will remain the greater asset of any company. And I think that will never change. And we need to really capitalize on that. So for me, what is in my agenda is really making sure that we create, as senior leader, the condition for people and for technology to come together and do their best together. That's one of the key priorities. In a world that is constantly evolving, challenging, and uncertain, we need to make sure also that we create an organization that can absorb that uncertainty as fast as possible without losing the momentum. And last but not least, we need to show care. I think our employees, our colleagues are looking up at us for reassurance. And I think 26 is the year where clarity and empathy are the key currency.
I'd like to come back to your first one on when you said how technology and humans work together. If you look at the AI agenda that you've driven from a people function, what do you think has worked especially well?
What has worked very well the last 2.5 years is the safety net we have created around AI, around technology, because let's remind ourselves very clearly that that's the very first tech revolution where the technology is growing faster than the human can absorb. So it can comes with a lot of anxiety. So we spend a lot of time in reassuring our employee. But the playground time now is over. So now we are taking an accelerated way where we are mainly focused on career paths and building skills for tomorrow and showing to our employees that it's not about losing your job. It's about doing something different. It's really about showing them the career opportunity they can have thanks to AI. And that's how we are tackling this AI upskilling topic. The second, I will say, element where we accelerate in 26 and beyond is looking at anchoring AI into our process end to end. Because right now, if you really want to tap into the full potential of AI, it goes beyond my GPT, it goes beyond Copilot. It's really making sure that you reinvent your processes by having AI incorporated. And that's how real value is coming. And we see that across the function within HR as well, in science, in R&D, in commercial.
You've also talked about your priority to make sure that your workforce can spring back, focus on the job, adapt focus on the job again, even when times are very choppy. You spoke about resilience that's surely needed in this day and age. It's one question I'm really trying to ask every business leader this week here. Despite all the doom and gloom that often happens in the public narrative, what is your source of optimism? What's the point where your hypothesis is that we might be better off at the end of 26 than at its beginning?
So my hypothesis is I work, for Merck AGA, and it's a company that has been run for 357 years. So we know that what is always consistent will be leadership and how we show up as a leader and humanity. And I'm really optimistic about that because Davos is a great example. We see great leader here coming together, trying to solve the toughest problem of society, always putting, I would say, humanity and the greater good. So that's my optimism, looking ahead, making sure that our leader continue to show up with care, with authenticity, doubling down on our values, because no matter what, if we follow that North Star, we will be successful.
I really liked it that you also brought it back to values. Business leaders have to stand up for Khadija. So I suggest we wrap up there. Have a great week and thank you very much for joining me.
Thank you for having me, Judith. Have a great week as well.
Thank you.